The North American house hippo is found throughout Canada and the eastern United States.
Hello, hello, friends. Happy Sunday. How is everybody doing? How many of you have snow on the ground right now? Not you? Hello, Aria the Gamer. Welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you are well, friend. Don't usually get snow this early except on the mountains. You're under attack. Yeah, we've got, we had some snow this week. Of course! I remember, it's fun actually to see a couple more names from the old days from Steve that pop up. We had More Talk come in the other day. That's a name I haven't seen in a long time. Of course I remember you. I was the one sitting in the chats all day when Steve would stream. I recognize you. Happy to see you. Glad you're here. Speaking of which, who else is here? Hey, Wandran. And Siege, good morning. We've got Neuropunk, Fierce Tuskers, Nick from Canada, Aria the Gamer, and Siege again. How are you feeling, Miss Siege? Hope you're feeling well. I am currently eating my charcuterie board. I know, Aria. I can't believe I was around when Steve started doing YouTube all the way to the end. Yeah. I think the first, I'm gonna say 5 to 10 streams that I moderated were on TikTok still. Yeah, and when he very first started doing YouTube, I was the last of the mods before he exploded on YouTube and we had to bring on more people. But yeah, it's wild. I'm glad you're here. We've been doing our best to keep the conversation around Canadian politics going. I will never claim to have the knowledge that Steve had, but we do our best. Might have been too productive? Oh no. Yeah, something because it ended something it happened, yeah. So. Steve has been in the Discord a little bit more in the last couple days. I've seen his name pop up. Something dark side. Not quite. I'm hoping one day he pops into a stream. See. You're still. Ooh, the anticipation. Oh, nice, Aria. What's on the deck for games? Hey, Dr. Badstrings, welcome in. Gonna do a poll in a couple minutes once we've sort of got everybody in here. Plan is still The Witcher, but that can definitely change if folks are feeling something else. Brighter shores. Yep. Yeah, you guys on the Patreon are lucky because oh man. We very rarely get puppy pics, even in the mod team. Well, you played Peak the other night. Yeah. I didn't grow up playing platformer games or games where you have to like aim when you jump and like the original Mario games and stuff like that. So Games like that are a little frustrating for me too, because I just don't have the reflexes for it. My very first video game I ever played was Skyrim, so my like gaming reflexes are not super honed in. Pong, yeah. Not quite Pong. Just sweet empty. But it's fun to do stuff like that with friends. I will say, since I started streaming, the number of collaborative games has gone up, and especially during October, like the Phasmophobia and the one I have not played yet is RV There Yet. That's another one that's popped up recently that I haven't had a chance to play, but they're fun. 8-bit color from... Yeah, that's fair. It does look amusing. Growing up, whenever we went to my grandparents for Christmas, they had one of those first... If I can find it. Like the football games. This right here. And every year there would be a huge competition to see who could win the football game. It still ran. For as long as I can remember, it still ran. And uncles would get into great big competitions over who could do it. Your first games were Spyro and your favorite was Minecraft. Nice. Yeah, I grew up in a conservative Christian household, so video games were not encouraged. My mom didn't. My mom thought they were all violent. I'll put it that way. They definitely weren't. And look at me now. We were talking to friends the other day. Hobby was talking about how he upgraded the computer and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, you play a lot of video games?" And he's like, "Nope." It was for my wife. I still remember the very first email that I ever sent. Trying to remember. One of my parents' friends had given me a book, so I wrote them an email back to say thank you, and I thought it was so high-tech. Yeah, we didn't have a computer in the house. Oh, I must have been in junior high. Girl and a big tech guy, so computers were around. Yeah, fair enough. I think the first computer we had would have been Windows 2000. The noise was gone. Yeah, I remember the noise. And hanging up if your mom had to be on the phone. Yeah. You know what, I had to explain to... I have a sibling that's 10 years younger than me. And she could not grasp the concept of A and B sides of CDs. You know, an artist would come out with a new album, and there would be an A side and a B side. Could not understand whatsoever. Or a rotary telephone. Forget it. Yeah, she was describing to me the other day about rewinding the cassette you rented. Yep. Had to rewind. Be kind and rewind. Man, I think we've talked about this on stream before, but I miss that, like, Friday night wandering around the Blockbuster for a movie to watch for the weekend. You hit the hang up fast enough in the right sequence, you could dial that way. I did not know that. Blockbuster was dope. And like, you couldn't like go on YouTube and look up trailers, so you just had to trust the rating. And that definitely did not always end well. Yeah, so did we. We lived in a small town, so we had a local. It wasn't a Blockbuster, but I remember the one time I was like, oh man, look at this cool movie. It's called Pan's Labyrinth. And it says it's rated R, but only for like fantasy violence, so it can't be that bad. That's not a tame movie. I don't know how many of you have seen it, but that is not a Lord of the Rings level fantasy violence movie. You let go of a number on the rotary that ticked voltage. Oh. No, useless info was all good. I've said this before, our gaming nights are for info dumping and chatting. Hey Lurker, how are you? One of my home 2022. Might have been a laundering front. Maybe. But yeah, that like renting a DVD or a VHS, and that was your entertainment for the weekend. So you watched it once on Friday night, and then if it was a 2 days or 1 day rental, then you watch it one more time on Saturday and then have to bring it back. Hey Laurel. Well, welcome. Happy to have you. Watching the Grey Cup on mute. There. We did a games night last night with a bunch of people that we don't see super often. They were all talking about hockey. And hubby and I are both like, yeah, go sports. Neither of us watch a lot of sports. How is your Sunday, Laurel? You got up to anything fun today? I had a very fun Sunday. A little distracted by this post saying, hey, it's a Morgan.
I would have gone with you to the end. To the very fires of Mordor.
Oh, so good.
True that I saw her hair like the branch of a tree. Willow dancing on air before cover.
Bowie and Labyrinth is better than Pan's Labyrinth. Oh, I don't know, Dr. Bad Strings. Welcome in, friends. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for rating your friends over here, Morgan. For those of you who don't know me, my name is May. I am a Canadian political commentator by day and a defeater of worlds by night. It's fighting words, yeah. Watch out. Sports are just remixes of each other, yeah. Quite relaxed. Oh, you were sick all week? Yeah, we were sick beginning of the week this week. Body violence, yeah. Pan's Labyrinth, I think is up there in the top 5 of my favorite movies. I don't know, other than Morgan, if we have any mods in the chat. But if we do, can we get a shout out for our friend Morgan? I just hit the back button instead of... Oh. Let's see if I can do it. Negative. There we go. There we go. If you're not following Morgan, go ahead and give her a follow. She is our friendly neighborhood swamp witch. And she is streaming. And we'd like to share... No mods, do we riot? Yeah. All 13 of you. Remember the Bowie movie giving you nightmares? Yeah, I don't know that I ever watched that one. Do we riot? What's your plan for rioting, Neuropunk? Oh yeah, we all definitely have PTSD from that. Bridge to Terabithia and Pan's Labyrinth together would not be a fun fantasy date. That would be a little bit pressing. Both of those movies are intense. The Gmork gave you nightmares? Yeah. I've never seen Bridge to Terabithia, but I know what it's about. No riot plans, too tired. Yeah. Same. Or trailers, we rolled the dice. 100% we did. Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to think of another movie where that happened. I feel like it was a couple of times where we rented it and my poor Christian mother was like, oh, we got Kiddo in the background. Alright, I am going to put up a poll and see what y'all are up to. Your dad went to Blaine when you were young. My grandma walked on the blood shower scene. Oh no! Hey Morgan. Go a movie with the Goblin King. Hey, there you go. Let's make it simple. Tonight. There we go. What is popping, my conglomerate comrades of the variety of guys, gals, and neithers? Hello, welcome in. Mr. Bowie helped with an awakening. Yeah, that's one of those ones that, like, I can fix him though. This was in fact a lie. Yeah. Never can fix. Right, I put a poll at the top of the chat. I've got a couple of options for something else. Last time though, when I did a poll, nobody voted for anything else, so we'll start with this and see what you guys are up to. Up to watching. What are you up to this evening? Is it Weggy or Wedgie? Not sure how long I put that poll up for. Let's see. Something else, hey? I do have a couple of options here. So far, that's winning. If you haven't voted, there is a poll at the top of the chat. No worries, Dr. Badstrings. The reason why there's like long, awkward gaps in between my speaking is because I'm also trying to eat dinner and not chew in y'all's ear. Let's see. What else have we got on the docket for tonight? Weggy. Okay. A dispatch meme to our group TikTok. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, you only got about 10 seconds left to vote in the poll. If that. Yeah, she's hanging out. It's early evening, so she'll be in the background for a couple hours, but it's hanging out with Dad. Something else. Alright, here are the... That's not at all what I wanted to do. Here are the options. Oh, right. Alright, we've got Little Nightmares, or Solo Phasmo, or one of the dark picture. Oh, I can spell dark picture. Or let's give one more here. Not Dark Souls, no. Dark Pictures, different. I can show them in a second here. Let's do 5 minutes. Alright, there y'all go. Never played the Dark Souls games. You can hear a pin drop and your microphone is really good. Yeah. It's funny what it picks up though, because I can be sitting here like humming along with the background music and it won't pick that up. But Kiddo sneezes and I'll pick that up. I just have like whatever microphone is attached to my headphones. So it's nothing fancy. I do have a mic on my Christmas list. So hopefully I can do a little bit of an upgrade. Here, I can show y'all. Yeah. Here's what those are. So you've got House of Ashes, Little Hope, Man of Medan, or The Devil in Me. I've never played them, but I got them for like super cheap a little while ago. A little spooky, a little creepy. Story-based game though. There's a couple different ones there. You know the group chat's cursed when it's called the fatties? What exactly are you talking about? Waggy? The group chat I played The Devil in Me over the past couple days. Yeah, I do want to play them, whether on or off stream. Alright, Twitch. There are 15, 16 of you. We got 4 votes. Get your votes in at the very top of the chat, both on mobile and on desktop, I believe. Okay. We don't need to talk about food and calories and any of that stuff here, yeah? Let's just keep the chat to some chill stuff. There we go. Here's a question while we're waiting for the poll. If you could only play one game, it's the only option for the rest of your life, what would it be? What game would you choose? Your new peanut butter jar. The house hippo would appreciate it. Monster Hunter. Only one game, World of Warcraft. There you go. Yeah, it's huge. Got more to play, I guess. You got your house hippo, their own jar and fresh bags. They do enjoy some crumbs. Excellent. You know, the one thing we haven't done is we need to do some sort of a poll in the Discord and name our house hippo. I haven't done that yet. Power Wash Sim, hey? What provinces are we repping? Well, I am from AB, Alberta, but I think we've got a couple of people here from Alberta. For sure, one from BC. Outside of that, I'm actually not sure. There you go. New Brunswick. Nice. Hey, Pro King. Alberta, Quebec, BC, New Brunswick, Manitoba. Got a good spread out. I love it. I will admit, I have lived in Ontario and Alberta, and I've been to Quebec. But I have not gone to our maritime provinces. That's definitely on the list of things for the next I'd say 5 years. I lived in Alberta when you moved in 2007. There you go. So we would have been living in Alberta in about the same time. Ontario, New Brunswick. Hey, there you go. I have moved. This is my 17th house in 30-some years. And that was moving back and forth from Ontario, Alberta, Ontario, Alberta. All over the place. Alright, close this. Ooh, Irascible Atlantic is also from New Brunswick. We've got a couple of you in the chat. That's awesome. Love it, love it. I can't be 37. I'm not 37. But I'm close. Yeah, and Saskatchewan. That's right. What is it that one topic always says? We're all 45. Yeah. I am in my 30s. I will give you that. Somewhere in my 30s. A cruise from Montreal to New York with stops in between. That would be super awesome. New York is also on the list of places that I would love to go. Alright, I y'all over. Maybe even let you see the game. You're not 45 just yet, but your knee's gotta be near 60. Yeah, it happens. Alright, I usually have this actually turned all the way off, audio-wise, and then I just listen to a podcast, but I will allow y'all to see and to hear. Is that okay? Am I still louder than the shh? Alright. I'm a little bit into this game. I've got a large area up next that we can do together. It's probably the perfect. I think it's a large area, if I remember. Okay, so we've got that. That and that. I want this one, so we're gonna have to do a couple jobs here. I don't know if it's obvious how old you are. Might be. Welcome back. I'm afraid you can add another ridiculous misadventure to the list. The colossal bee's nest up in the rafters? X. Didn't hear the game at all. Okay, let's... How about now? Looks at username, yeah. Let's do... And I'm gonna keep our music running here in the background. Just because it's cheery. One sec to turn that back on. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Oh. And we'll turn that down. Okay. Y'all can let me know sound-wise how that is. One of the first things that I do in this game at the very beginning is find all the kitties. Couldn't even hear the kitty say meow. Let's see. You're not old, you've just leveled up a lot? Yeah, me too. Me too, friend. Alright, now we should be okay. Alright. Hello. There should be 3 cats. There's one. Another. But yeah, y'all, you can let me know how the volume levels are as we go. Aw, cute. There's the third. Hello. So cute. I'm redacted. You know, that redacted has been used quite a few times in the last couple days. Oh, I am not 100% sure what I'm gonna talk about tomorrow. I do have a couple of things from last week, but... Oops. I got our friend Elemental to send me... The Alberta government's gonna try and F with the trans community again, so that will probably be our main topic tomorrow. Because yay, Alberta. Making progression with studying cellular regeneration. That's very cool. Ta-dum! Ta-dum! The other thing that I will say is Power Wash Simulator 2, yeah, that would be the ideal. Because I really like that they've switched up the soap mechanic. Yeah, Arya, not great. We'll, dig into it tomorrow. Play some Power Wash Sim, chat for a bit, and then I'll go do my research. Oh, I love this game. I have played through the first one 3 times. And I've bought a whole bunch of the DLCs, because just to put this on and wash and then play, or like an audiobook or a podcast, or even like chatting on the phone with friends, it's very satisfying. I like it a lot. And they've improved on the second one, which is kind of nice. Because that is definitely not always a guarantee. Yeah, Arya, that's fair. I think this is probably one of your first streams that you've caught of mine, but I grew up ultra conservative and very much in my own little bubble of not knowing life outside of, you know, the people that I grew up with, and I have found A, that there's a lot to fight for, and B, that there is a heck of a lot more love in the world than I ever thought there would be. That is for sure. The silent monks up at the temple. What? Is this a side story? I should move my little character over so you guys can see. There's a side plot line in this game that I haven't really kept a lot of track of, but this chat also is not super readable. Leave that for now. Stick me up in the top right. There is kind of a plot line to this, but it's not, maybe I do go clean the giant Buddha belly. That would be awesome. The police should deliver pizza, an essay about the inspired idea of a 5-year-old. Exactly. Yeah, this barn was one of the things that we just recently power washed. Hope y'all don't mind that I'm kind of starting in the middle-ish of the game. Yeah, that's fair. Did not finish this back here. if they started handing out pizza instead of fines. I mean, they'd solve a lot of hunger problems. You know, you say that. I have had friends who delivered pizzas and have walked in on things most people don't see. They've definitely walked into situations where, you know, people were hurt or injured. But hello! Thank you, U235. I bought it myself. Can't drive it, wouldn't be able to tell you what brand it is. For all of the life that I've lived in Alberta, I have not spent a whole lot of it on a farm. Why are we suddenly switching out of my playlist? No. At least I get YouTube clout with my Lambo. Yeah. So much clout. I'm almost at 100 subscribers on YouTube already, which is like super exciting. We passed 300 followers here. And almost 100 subs on YouTube. It's pretty awesome. How much of it have you spent watching oil and gas propaganda? Well, my dad worked in politics, so probably some from there. But outside of that, we didn't have a TV growing up. And I was homeschooled. Probably not as many as most. Most? Your mother grew up on a farm without power. Yeah. Alright, what are we missing here? The Lambo sub count will rise to 100k. Yeah, I don't got Lambo money. I've got small town EA money. No, in Alberta they pay those EAs real well. Come on, I want to pick it up. Right here, just this ladder. Let me. Your great grandfather got. Uh-oh. This will not be tall enough. I don't. There we go. Exiled their Flood Island because he stole sheep. So, when I worked as an AA, granted, it was for a small Christian school, I was making 21,000 a year. That's it. And I was full-time. No benefits. Nothing. Hey Tyrion, how are you, friend? No, not even slightly enough. No. Not even a little bit. I'm doing well. We are, I had therapy today. And now we're just hanging out. Doing some Power Wash Sim. Which is like a good way to wind down your brain after therapy. Alright, let's get in under here. We just get a little GBI as a treat, yeah. Yeah, it's a good game. Alright, can we get further under here? It's a little... Good, let's see. Stuck. That tire's... Yeah, the only way I'm making Lambo money is if my... if people suddenly become insanely invested in politics. In Canadian politics. I kind of doubt it. What? Oh, there. Corner. Missing. Aha. Nothing dire happens. Have I played Dispatch? I haven't. I'm torn because I know that there is some more intense content on that than I have played previously. But I am a giant Critical Role fan. And a whole bunch of the Critical Role team are voice actors in it. So I do want to play it. I do upload them to YouTube. I'm currently streaming on YouTube as well. Although the program that I use, website, stream to both has not been great. But we'll see. Tab side. Where are you, dirty sir? So. Oh, the top of that is dirty. I see. Watch any acquisitions incorporated. I don't think I have. We watched some, I don't know if you were here for testers, but we watched some of Canada's Worst Driver on stream the other day. That was funny. Hey, there we go. Hold it. Aqua Regis, it's time for you to come and clean our temple. Ooh, here we go. Have I seen Dimension 20? I haven't. However, I have seen a couple other ones, but mostly Critical Role. Ooh, let's go clean the temple. Heck yes. Ooh, we can afford the thing that I want first. Gonna get this big one soon, I know it. Thought process. I've watched some of the other online D&D stuff. Critical Role is my favorite, although I do know that Brendan Lee Mulligan is running the current Critical Role campaign, so. Just eating the last of my dinner here. The Master of the Flow is here. Oh my goodness. Temple hasn't been washed for centuries. There he is. They're on campaign 4. And campaign 4 is new players, new DM. Matt Mercer is actually playing. And the Mighty Nine, which is campaign 2. I watched the first episode the other day. 2 days ago? On YouTube. That comes out this week. It is, yeah. So they're all in the same. I haven't watched past episode 1, just because time and life. But from what I understand, each table is sort of doing their own thing. So they have like a group of people that are the soldiers, and they're gonna go do soldier things, and they got just a bunch of different tables doing different things. Like I said, I haven't seen a lot of it, but I do know that a lot of people are really, really enjoying it. Like it's hitting all the right spots for the fans, but yeah, forever DMing can get tiring. It's not West March. It is a completely brand new world. I believe. I could be wrong. I'm fairly certain it's not West March. But yeah, this year is the first year that I have actually found D&D tables and been able to play. Been super fun. I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, I am excited to watch it. I haven't finished campaign 3 though. And there is a part of me that's like, maybe I should finish that before I start campaign 4. But also, like, Vox Machina comes out soon, and Mighty 9 is out soon. And there's just so many hours in a day. And each episode is like 4 hours long, so, you know, I'll get to it. First time that I've been kind of caught up. Alright, let's do 4 for now. Oops. Yeah, the inside of Brennan Lee Mulligan's brain must be enormous. Because he said, I might get this wrong, but there have been campaigns that he's run where there was like 7 or 8 different tables all on the same world doing the same thing. Like, it's wild. He's a very, very, very smart man. Brought tubes of frozen chicken, it's cheap. Sketch because you can't see the meat. Or and do what I gotta do. Why do I got ground beef tube in your chicken? What do you mean? Like there's ground beef in the package? Or the packaging says ground beef? Either way, not great. You got a tube of ground beef instead of chicken. Whoopsie. Alright. Went to local comic book store. Ah, interesting, Aria. I am not playing at a... Hello. I'm not playing at a comic book store. I managed to find an in-person game. Package labeled chicken. Is it like packaged at a facility, or is this like they packed it in the deli in the store? Like, did the mistake happen in some factory somewhere out there, or did the mistake happen in the grocery store? It's bizarre. A Percy Jackson based campaign would be fun. Package comes with 4 tubes of meat. Okay. Because I know the deli by my house, the grocery store that I usually get my meat from, they do have like tubes of ground. I want to go up the ladder. Tubes of ground beef. Death Factory. That is unfortunate, Morgan. Oh, this thing is powerful. Percy Jackson was joined by some of my good friends. Oh, fun! Worries. No worries, friend. I appreciate anyone who's in here. Whether you're lurking or chatting, or just chilling. Sunday evenings are cozy time. Especially playing a game like this. Cypress Golbaloff? Gonna bang a strict vow of silence until you turned up today and fulfilled your prophecy. Perpetual silence helped prevent petty arguments. It's unfortunate let us unable to agree on a workable cleaning rota. Funny. Oh, Fierce Tuskers, I know. I'm in, like... The fun part about running the Discord, although I was doing it before, is, like... Where's the line on, like... You know, he got himself into this situation and he can take the consequences, and, like, maybe we don't bring that up in the Discord. I don't know. The whole thing is just... pure corruption and evil. I remember watching the Epstein documentary and just being floored by the number of people that knew him and were surrounding him. Oh, they're dragons. Yeah. Funny is a word. You know, we can make jokes and deal with things with humor as we need to, but I just find the whole situation to be... I don't know. Like, we all know that Trump and his cabinet are not there to actually govern the country in a way that's meaningful and productive. But it's kind of just like another slap in the face of... By the way, these people that are running your country and making decisions about how you can live are also just really gross and got away with doing this stuff for decades and probably will continue to get away with it. You know? Okay. Yeah, I'd take a couple boring weeks of politics. We had a mildly boring week here in Canada because our legislature is out, or was out for the week, but it picks right back up tomorrow. I'm gonna have to do, when I look into my stuff tonight, I think Monday, I think there's another budget vote tomorrow. And then Tuesday as well, I believe. That's totally fair, Fierce Tuskers. There's no judgment from me on how people are dealing with this, except the ones that are defining what age makes it okay to be attracted to a child. Those people I'm going to judge real hard. But we're all coping the best that we can with the constant barrage of bullshit being fed to us. You know? Yeah, you true 35, we don't need to use words like that, yeah? No, thank you. Yeah. Part of the reason, one of the reasons rather, that I'm so grateful that I just covered Canadian politics, although there is corruption and shit everywhere in politics, is that I'm not covering that right now. You know, there's plenty of other creators and newspapers and organizations and everything else covering all the Epstein stuff. Don't need to. Okay, let's switch out. There we go. There we go. That's part of the reason why Steve did as well as he did, is because there's a huge hole when it comes to people that are just discussing Canadian politics. A lot of the content creators in Canada, oh, I am going up the ladder, perfect, also cover the States. Not many people that are just doing Canada. Yeah. Petty and trivial. Message was spicy? Where? Oh, did it get blocked? Yeah, I don't have mods in right now, so. No, you're good, Arya. It got blocked by the auto mod. Don't believe any of my mods are in right now. Could be wrong. Oh, no worries, Morgan. All good. It was an auto mod catch that didn't need to be caught. All good. All good, Aria. You can set the Automon to only catch certain words. And you can also set it to just make its own judgment. And sometimes it picks up the weirdest things. Nope, because I already said past it, Morgan. Sorry. Or allowed it or whatever. Oh, good friend. I'm just using the restream chat because then I can see YouTube and Twitch, but it means that I can't see any of the Automons that get caught. Stop and lettuce. Nice. I am not on dinner tonight. Nice. Fellows, is it moral to out-a-by dictator? I mean, you're speaking to a bi tyrant, so. Ha ha. In what sense, you 235? Ah. Gotcha. Correct, Fierce Tuskers. No, you're correct. I was just double checking. You answered the question I had. We'll get down to all the little details and stuff in a minute, I promise. I'm not just leaving them behind for fun. They're gonna zip. Hold on. Hi, Gavin. Speaking of mods. Thank you, friend. Oh, wouldn't that be so nice, Gavin? I've got just a touch of extra brain fog because we a very intensive therapy session today. But that's okay. It's good in the long run. So yeah, if my words aren't wording, that's why. I'm losing track of my thoughts. Am I set to just chatting again? You know, one day you guys will come to the stream and I will be so organized you won't even know it's me. There we go. I think I got this all. Oh no, Kevin. Oh, that's annoying. Alright, let's shorten this and let's get some of those smaller areas. That unbelievable brain fog. Hi, Poop Master. Hello, hello. Poop Master, did hubby tell you that he's got the week off this week? He might actually be able to Destiny with you. I had the winds howling because originally I was going to play The Witcher, but chat and I decided on a little bit more of a chill night. You did? Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, he was planning on it this past week, and then he just spent 3 days with a migraine instead. Because, you know, I don't think his body remembers how to do night shift anymore. Struggling. But Fierce Tuskers, any particular reason that you had brain fog, or just one of those weeks? Nights are awful. Except for our dear sister, the youngest, who just informed me she's just came off of a 14-day set of shifts. Wild child. Then again, she's still in her early 20s and can probably do it better than I can. There's no way I could work nights more. Oops. Not a chance. I've only done 50%. Does that mean I get to do the outside too? That would be all. Alright, I see the little thing on the chandelier. That one. Where else? That's a youth thing. Yeah, we ain't in our youths anymore. The youths. Does he get an aura with migraines? So he doesn't get an aura. But he does lose vision in one eye when he gets a migraine. It's kind of like the first sign that a migraine is incoming is when he's like, oh, I'm starting to lose vision. Because at that point, it's not painful. And sometimes, though not often, if he can get on top of the pain before the actual migraine sets in, then he'll be okay. But if not, then he just ends up throwing up for hours and hours. It's awful. I get ocular migraines occasionally. They are not fun. Oops. Yeah, she does. Sorry, Sniper Panda, I thought you were a poop master. Your partner gets aura and her vision starts going blurry. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, I get the ocular migraines. And then when I start getting those, there's not really any coming back from that. Up here. Like, oh, I'm starting to get the black fuzzies. And then I can take, Tylenol, Advil. But mine, once they start, they don't stop. Oops. Aura, vision goes, and then the pain. Yeah, not fun. Okay, ceiling arch. Ceiling. Fix. That one. But yeah, migraines are no joke, y'all. If you get lots of them, make sure to tell your doctor about it. Else. Yeah. Ooh, secret basement. Your vision closes in with TV static type light. Ah. Onset medication you haven't tried yet. The Crypt of Secrets? Heck yes. No one has set foot inside it for 700 years. Ah, it's the... Yeah, secret basement in a church, never a good thing. Oh. There we go. A Walter White slab, yeah, that would be something. Never finished Breaking Bad. Right, it's probably gonna be easier. Go from the bottom. Ugh. But yeah, as much as I will try to be streaming this week, there's definitely going to be a couple days where Hubby and I are going to catch up on TV shows that we love that we haven't been able to watch. Excited. We're going to watch the new Frankenstein and Horse, the Mighty Nine episode that came out. I think they're releasing 3 of them this week too. And then oh, he wants me to watch Dune because I haven't watched Dune yet. Yeah, we party hard, we do. It's also just like we've been in mild survival mode for the last couple months, and it will be super nice just to take a couple days to be like, oh yeah, remember when we got married that one time? So the plan is to hang out, which is when you were still beautiful, yeah. Yeah. Excited. Anybody got any big things happening this week? This is one of the first weeks in a while that I don't have like a big event on the calendar. Which, again, love. My sister's... Oh, not quite her birthday this week. Yeah, we're just gonna pretend that's not gonna happen, Morgan. It's gonna be a calm week, a chill week. Dune was amazing in the theater? Yeah. I don't know why I haven't watched it, I just haven't watched it yet. I have heard good things about the books too. Alright, we're almost to the bottom. Basically ate a book. Yeah, last night I was gonna stream and then I sat down with hubby on the couch and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna read a book. Ooh, spooky, spooky. Spooky. And I did. I read an entire book last night in like an hour. Not quite an hour. Maybe 2. Lovely. Good question. My favorite holiday? No, it wasn't a spooky book. It was a romance novel because I needed something light and fluffy and not super brain heavy, and that's exactly what it was. It was perfect. So, I don't know if you've seen this game played before, Lurker. This gnome shows up in every single level. Somewhere. Stand up. Backing up. Get you to stand up. Just like the thing to watch for or whatever. I saved a Facebook. Oh, old friend, your time traveling palace, cerulean sky. Neutralize Mount Restless and save the world a couple of years back. Good times. That was the first game. Help again. Ooh, it's gonna be pretty down here. You're in your Richard Hammond arc. Sorry, I saved a Facebook video today, where a guy was like, here are some of the most interestingly written books. Like there's one where the entire book is written with no punctuation. And one that is written entirely in the second person. So I put those on my reading list. And quite excited about that. It's been a while since I've read like a brain challenging book. I think it is, Tyrion. I think you are correct. Oops. You're into motorcycles and cars, just like we're... Romance Landia. Nice. See, and my main issue that I have with reading is that I read so fast that I burn through so many books. I just end up reading a whole bunch of like really crap books, and I read some really great books, and I just devour them very quickly. Love reading. Canadian version of that arc would be the Keanu Reeves arc. I know who Richard Hammond is. And I don't know if I would agree. I think Keanu Reeves is that into cars. There we go. Struggling. We hopped into a universal flux orbiter to go home. We're prevented from doing so by a cataclysmic event in my future. Oh, good. Brief panic, we knew what we had to do. Travel back to the ancient pacifists, and you devised a plan. Left in the year 1289. Terry Pratchett is great. His temple! They're gonna send me a message through the phone. Funny. Okay, we'll save that phone for the very end then. My old phone, alright. I recognize that distinct lack of features anywhere. Ooh. Was it good, Morgan? So far, yes. Nice. I was looking up that author the other day, and I discovered that Alchemized is not the one. It's not a rewritten fanfiction. That's her other book. I thought it was Alchemized, but I don't believe it is. Electronic I don't consume books. Yeah, fair. Motorcycles are more viable as cars get more expensive. Yeah. Hubby drives a motorbike. Yeah, so she has 2 books out. I could be wrong, but one person was saying that it's her other book. That is, oops. The fan fiction. Not 100% sure. Reading a chapter at night sounds good until you finish the book and are hours late for bed. Yeah, that's what happens to me. The other night I started a book it's like, oh, it's only 10. I can climb into bed, read for an hour. And then it was 2 in the morning. I had finished the book. So, okay, again, my music is going to get me copyright stricken. Let's find a new playlist by this person. See if that helps. Yeah, the fanfiction one was manacled. Yeah. I always find a parked Honda Super Cub. Nice. Finish the chapter is not the biggest lie, but it's the most frequent. Yeah. Or like, I'll stop reading when this gets resolved, or when this character, I don't know, has their big moment, and then it's like 80% of the way through the book, and you're like, oh, it still hasn't happened, so I have to keep reading. Been there, done that. Yeah, narrator, they did not. Reimagined fanfiction? I don't know. Seriously, that's it. I read it or learned it from an Instagram reel, Morgan, so my information could very well be the incorrect one. Either way, I know that Alchemized is supposed to be a super good book, no matter what it's based on or not based on. Still on my reading list. Chapter's only 10 pages, but I can't stop now. Just one more. Yeah. And it's like, oh, I didn't realize that the chapter switched over to a new chapter. And oh, it's just, oops, I've already read 2 pages of the next chapter, but I can't stop now because I've already started it. I may as well finish it. Unspoken Name by A.K. Larkwood. What's the premise of that? Heartstone of the Pacific Desert statue. 10 pages is a lot for your dyslexia. Yeah, that's totally fair, Morgan. I mean, like I said, this game does have like a bizarre backstory, but I don't really pay a lot of attention. I just like the washing part of it. Yeah. Girl is raised in a temple to be sacrificed, and a wizard gives her an out. There is a, I believe, there is a book channel in the Discord. And I am all for... Uh-oh, am I disconnected? What's uh-oh? Says I'm okay. Am I still here? Hello? Just a little hug up. Okay, it didn't disconnect, so I think we're okay. But yeah, I am always game for more book recommendations. So Tyrion, if you want to pop the name of that, because I have a horrible memory and will not remember that after this stream. If you want to pop the name into that, I'd love it. Yeah, so that's actually how I got back into reading again, Lurker, is audiobooks. And my husband's getting back into reading. He's listened through... I mean, his favorite is sci-fi as well. But he's listened through all of Lord of the Rings now. And a bunch of... goodness, we literally just talked about these like 2 days ago. Wheel of Time, Robert Jordan books. He's listened through all of those, and the Brandon Sanderson ones. A bunch of them, so... And I think audiobooks count as reading. Still getting the books. Don't like reading? Fair enough. Some of us don't. I took advanced English in high school, and so I had to read all these like ridiculously difficult to read books. And then when I got out of high school, I was like, I'm going to read the top 100 hardest books to read. And I think I got through like 40 of them. Yes, darling. I need to do the laundry tomorrow. You got it, girl. I can't do it today. I'll do it tomorrow. Monday is laundry day. Thanks for letting me know. So if you liked the show of Wheel of Time, Morgan, don't read the books. because hubby read the books, loves the books, hated the show. Hated the show so much. Well, watched 2 episodes and refuses to watch any of the rest of it. What else? Audiobooks are great. Oh! Okay, I'm back. All is okay. She built a fort with chairs and a blanket, and a chair decided that it didn't want to be upright anymore. But we're all good. Thank you. I also took the opportunity to gather some more sustenance. It does. Hi, Anu. It goes. It is a Sunday evening after a busy weekend, so we are tidying up the house, hanging out. What's up, kiddo? I want a jelly sandwich? Oh, like the jam?
Bagel.
I would love a jam bagel. Thank you, darling. So, U235, she got Lego, and only Lego essentially, for Christmas last year. And her and hubby sat and built it all. And then this year she got some Lego for her birthday and she built the entire thing completely by herself. What do you get for calling your spouse? Yeah, that takes way more priority. We can still do the book conversation though, because I should find the video. I saved the reel that I found because there was a guy that was like, these are the most like interestingly written books. Things like books written with no punctuation or books, you know, different narrative prose. Is that the word I'm looking for? Brain and words aren't working so good, but and I've been doing a lot of fluffy reading because when I do sit down to read, the capacity that my brain has for complicated is not very large, but it's been a while since I've challenged myself to a hard book. I used to have a Lego, oh boy, Lego police station and a speed champions, nice. Yeah, exactly, Anu. Well, there's one on his list that I really want to read. I believe it was called Lancelot. And from what I understand, it is a convicted unaliver, I think. I can't remember exactly what. And the entire premise of the novel is that you, the reader, are the priest that he is finally confessing what he did to. So it speaks in the second person, like, ah, come in. Are you going to sit over there? It just sounds, yeah, it sounds really interesting. So I put it on my reading list, and then my therapist gave me a list of books to check out. Yeah, and including, and Anu and Morgan, you will laugh at this, one of the books that she really wants me to pick up and read is a book entitled Burnout. So that is on my list as well for the next little while. Ooh. It's taking apart her tent. Don't mind the loud noises in the background. Anthem by Neil Stevenson. What was the premise of that one, Lurker? And again, if you have books that you really enjoyed and you recommend them, that's a very therapist. Yeah. Pop them in the Discord because I have a horrible memory. And I'm always game for more book suggestions. Always, always. Yeah, Ani's working on a book list to... Are you going to read them on stream or just talk about them on stream, like book club style? Either way, I'm excited. Let's talk about, yeah. You know what you do then, Fierce Tuskers, is when you put it in the Discord, you can just say, like, because a lot of books come with their own trigger warnings. So you could just say, like, make sure you check the trigger warnings for this book before you start or something, and that kind of covers it. Okay, I don't want to get the phone right away, because I want Hard to describe as an alien planet. Interesting. Nice. Ah, is it the one that... Let's see. Daddy doesn't believe in toasting bagels. Like a maniac. Spoilers are great from the list of visible, not visible. Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. That one will be a good one to share. Drawing of a character for D&D and you're stuck after a drawing of a pair of pants. What kind of character? Alright. See it. Gonna let me take it, or do we just not get it now? Did I miss it? Ooh, bookcases are good. That is something that I'm desperately in need of. Do I not take the phone? I just look at it? Weird. Dead child of the Greek gods, so small teen. I am going to quickly see if I can find that list, or the video of that list of books, because it was really... See if I saved it. Bum, bum, bum. Saved. I did. Okay.
These are books that are totally weird stylistically, but absolutely amazing. So there aren't a lot of very good books in the second person, but Walker Percy's Lancelot is. And it starts, come into my cell, make yourself at home, take the chair, I'll sit on the cot. No, you prefer to stand in the window? I understand. It is a man who has committed an unspeakable crime, confessing to a priest in his cell, looking out over a cemetery in New Orleans. I actually have the opening page of this book signed by Walker Percy on the wall in my office, but this and maybe Bright Lights, Big City are the only two good.
Okay, I think I've got it here. Let's switch to this.
That's weird. By Grand Central Station,
Move chat for a second.
This is a fever dream of a book. It has. These are books that are totally weird stylistic.
Hold on. There we go.
Stylistically, but absolutely amazing. So there aren't a lot of very good books in the second person, but Walker Percy's Lancelot is. And it starts, come into my cell, make yourself at home, take the chair, I'll sit on the cot. No, you prefer to stand in the window? I understand. It is a man who has committed an unspeakable crime, confessing to a priest in his cell, looking out over a cemetery in New Orleans. I actually have the opening page of this book.
Are we back? Okay. Nope. It's me, Anu. Alright.
in it, but it does not feel like this woman takes a breath the entire book. But it is dazzling and weird. You will have trouble making heads and tails of it, but you will love every word. I might throw James on there. I mean, stylistically, it's not that weird, but it is taking one of the great classic novels, Huckleberry Finn, and doing it from the perspective of what was previously a minor character. But then you get James the slave, from his perspective, and it turns out he is incredibly well read and articulate, and he's just been putting on an act. Lovely book. This is also a series of letters, but it's between two German art dealers, one Jewish, one not, and it tracks their friendship as one goes in one political direction and the other goes in another direction. And to me, it is a very important novel on radicalization and what fascism and bigotry can do to a person.
That's another one that I added to my list.
And then we should probably give a nod to Montaigne, who, before this, no one had written an essay before. Obviously now, the idea of just riffing on a handful of topics and using them as a jumping off point to speak philosophically about something, it's obviously very well established because what was once transgressive became commonplace. But if you haven't read Montaigne's essays, you should. They have been a staple for more than 500 years for a reason. These are books that are totally weird stylistically, but absolutely amazing. So there aren't a lot of very good books in the second person, but Walker Percy's starts.
Lancelot?
No. It is a man who has committed an unspell looking out over a cemetery in New Orleans. I actually have the opening page of this book signed by Walker Percy on the wall in my office, but this and maybe Bright Lights, Big City are the only two good second-person novels.
There you go. But yeah, I just came across that today when I was doing my mind-numbing scroll. And I was like, oh, interesting. I've never read a book like that. Can I send you a link? Yeah, sure. I sure can. Now that I've closed it. Sometimes what happens with Facebook Reel links, I find, is that it's just the most random videos.
These are books that are totally weird stylistically.
I will send you that link, and then we will finish up one more. Back. Hi, Arya. Yeah, this is hopefully not the point in the night where OBS just gives up entirely. But it has happened. Fortunately. One of these days I will suddenly regain all of the time in the world, and we will fix all of the problems. It is not this day. Alright. Let's do the car and trailer. Still no sign of Karen. Taking you so long with a hint, but got nothing back. I need you to clean my car and trailer so I can watch and get into the deep meditative state. Okay. No, good, Tyrion, thank you. I will always take book recommendations. Always, always. Power wash point. Oh, right. Oh, I thought I bought everything last time. Oh, no. There we go. Spam away Tyrion again. Ladies. One. Gonna find the third one. There he is. Hello. How are the levels of audio, by the way? Oh, I got double audio going. You guys can't see. There we go. That off. That one is there. Okay. Is that audio level still okay? Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Trying to think. I mean, in the last couple of years, I have been doing a lot of just like easy to read, mindless books. But there have been a couple of books in the last 5-10 years that have been like life-changing level of amazing. And when I am done stream, I will send those to the book channel as well. One of my all-time favorite books that I will always recommend is Eleanor Oliphant. Either is totally fine or is completely fine. One of the two. I can never remember which one it is. That book legitimately changed my life. It is so good and so pure and so beautiful. Everyone should read it. I loved that book. So good. It's about a woman who is likely on a spectrum of some kind. And it's told, or the story is just sort of following the way that she thinks. All good. Eleanor Oliphant is totally fine, or completely fine. I cannot remember which one it is off the top of my head. Brilliant book, beautiful book. Like, happy, cheery, feel-good book, made me cry book. It's got all of it. So good. Yeah, anyways. What else have I read recently? Completely fine, thank you. Yeah, it's good. The other one... about a group of children that lived on a houseboat, but I can't remember what the name of it is off the top of my head. And no, it's not the Boxcar Children. Although those were good too. Okay. Oh, how well they've aged. Probably not great. David Foster Wallace. This is water. I always need more book recommendations, and I'm always interested in different stuff. One of the negatives to being able to read super fast is that I run out of books quickly. The other is, even if a book is like, I don't love it, I'm gonna get through it really quickly, so. I've finished a lot of books that way. I've just been like, well, this will only be bad for a day or two. Autism and Heels. Yes, you did recommend that to me. That one is still sitting on my Kindle. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I started it. I mean, everyone and their cat has probably read it, but Adult Children of Emotionally... immature parents, I think. Also a like life-changing read for lots of different reasons. Yeah, Stephen King is one of those that I'm like, I should read. I feel like I would really like his books. And I don't know if Poop Master's in here still, but those are his favorite. Yeah, I've heard that, Anya, that some of them are like, whoa, that was incredible, and some of them are like, where the heck did that come from? Pick up. Oh, the ladder. Like, knowing what I know about the book version of it, I don't know that I could ever read it because of that one scene. You know? Yeah. Oh my goodness, I got like 4 jobs there. I love Stephen King, but he's nothing on Patrick Senecal? Never heard that name. Just blame his system for writing. What is his system for writing on you? Genuinely curious. Okay. Yeah, that would make sense. As far as, like, the quality being kind of all over the place. I mean, it's the reason he can churn books out at the rate that he does, but... Quite a few when he's addicted to more. I would imagine it would alter his writing drastically. Oops, I missed that in. Again. Why space jumps? Why not just jump? There we go. What is that female? Patricia... She's the, everyone's read it. Thriller books. What's her name? New name for the archivist. Heck yes. Oh, what is her name? Oh, Frida McFadden. Patricia Cornwell is another one, but Frida McFadden. I wouldn't say that her writing is changed the world phenomenal. And some of her books, you know what the ending is going to be before you've even read it, but some of them are so good. Yes, support your local booksellers. I went into Chapters the other day just to walk around. I forgot how ridiculously expensive books are. Like, we want to start reading The Hobbit to kiddo, and so I was like, I don't know if I actually own a copy. I'm just going to go see how much a copy of The Hobbit would be. Any guesses? Keep in mind The Hobbit is shorter than Lord of the Rings. I'm talking just The Hobbit, and it was a hardback because it was the only one that was there. Oh, I haven't bought from Chapters in a long time, but I'm just curious if you guys can guess how much The Hobbit was. Gavin, you're close. Just The Hobbit, not all 4. Go here. It was $85 for The Hobbit. So yeah, the original Lord of the Rings books, hardback Hobbit, yeah, $80. Yep, me too. I have all the Lord of the Rings ones, but yeah, I love The Hobbit, but I am not spending $85 for a copy of it. I will go to, there's like 3 secondhand bookstores in town, and I will 100% go there before I spend that much money. Because holy moly. So, Anu, they actually, The original Lord of the Rings books were published as 6 books, not 3. And the Hobbit movies were not based enough on the actual works of Tolkien to have had any effect on the book. Oh, the animated Hobbit. No, The Hobbit is split into 3, originally. But not in the way that the movies did it. I can tell you that much. That's what I was getting to. The Lord of the Rings were 6 books, and The Hobbit, I believe, was 3. I believe. Could be wrong. I try to read Lord of the Rings once a year. And I've read most of the other ones, the obscure... Yeah, the appendix. That's... Some of what they put in The Hobbit is from the appendix in Lord of the Rings. Most of it was just trying to make The Hobbit palatable for Hollywood, and they did not need to do that. And I'm so sad that they did. If you want another really fun way of consuming Lord of the Rings... Yes, kiddo?
There's one bagel left. Want the bagel tomorrow? Or can I?
Are you hungry to eat it right now?
Yeah.
Ah, you are absolutely allowed to eat it. Mama is gonna go... Ooh, you can eat it if Dad can find a bun in the freezer. What? Hello? Okay. Abby's trying to silently communicate something to me. I don't know what it was, but I think I failed the assignment. That's fine. Mom has lots of stuff she can eat for breakfast. I'm just worried about you having a sandwich for your lunch tomorrow.
Oh, that's okay. I don't really need
Yeah. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, he technically would have been around during The Hobbit, yeah, but not there. I also, and many Tolkien fans will not appreciate this, I like the Rings of Power TV series more than I liked the Hobbit books. By quite a bit. And I must die regardless. Yeah. I think I have 3 bins of books downstairs that have not been unpacked. It's really sad. But I grew up on Tolkien. My dad read them out loud to us when we were kids. And been a huge part of my life. Yeah, I've read all the Silmarillion and all those books, and I've read Children of Huron and whatever else. Da da da. Yeah, Kayla came and said, I'm gonna glow in, and Son of Glowwind all over the place. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, Rings of Power is definitely, as someone who's read the other books, I know lots of people were angry about it, but I loved it. I loved it, loved it. I think, let's see here. I think I'm gonna take one more quick break. And then we can do one more job here. Dated someone who did a whole essay about Tolkien writing religious. Yep, my sister did that. Best friend in her school. Tolkien, a boring allegory. Nice. Yeah. Depends on how much nerd you want, but I could nerd out about Tolkien and his writings for hours. Okay, I'm gonna go make a hot drink, a tea, and we'll pick one more thing to wash. Be right back, y'all. Or they're not working. You marriage God's way? What does that even mean? You know, but like, last time I checked, God isn't married. So, you just don't marry? Odd. I guess so, Anu. Oh my. What on the earth happened here? Nope. Start with. For tax benefits. That. Not what I wanted. Up. Up. Well, I got married in the nice Christian church with the nice Christian husband. Yeah. You ready to feel yucky? I had rather, a purity ring ceremony at my wedding. Sorry. Oh, you're not wrong. A New Testament. True. And definitely the way that I would go if I had to do it again. You guys have partners? Yeah. Stuck with me for 10 years. Almost 11, actually. 11 in February. What is the partner? 10 total next year? Nice. Yeah, we're 10 together. 8 married in April. 7.5 married. Ish. How long did you guys know each other before you met in person, Ani? Have I ever asked that part of your history? See, there's the years, yeah. She's been here for 2 years now, almost. A half, yeah. Divorced this year, being a very personal. Yeah, I agree, Laurel. My mom left my dad after 35 years of marriage 3 years ago. And she is now married to one of the most wonderful humans that has ever existed. Just got married this past summer. And it's like she's a completely different person. After living with my dad that long, and now she's like, you know, coming to herself and with a partner that actually loves her and supports her. Absolutely, Arya. Although I will say it was a little odd this year being a bridesmaid for my sister and then a maid of honor for my mom in 1 year. Totally wonderful. Super happy, but a little different. Schrodinger's marriage. Well, Laurel, I'm very happy that you are in a better place. I hope that whole process wasn't too horrific, because I know that it can be. Hey, Wandering Forest, how are you, friend? Hope you are having a lovely, I almost said Friday, a lovely Sunday evening. It's been chatting and washing. Nothing too crazy tonight. That is fine. Thanks. Hey, there you go. I've been to an ex's wedding once. Fine. Genuinely. Oh, that's awesome. Is fairly painless or as much as can be? I'm glad. I am glad. Jeff. Alright. That sounds lovely, Wandering for dinner. Yeah, that thing that I probably should have more. Yes, Anu. I had a charcuterie board at the very beginning of stream that I was eating. I just haven't had an actual, like, full-on supper. Off to Dreamland. Good night, Tuskers. Also, Siege. I was going to say this earlier. If you're here, go to sleep. Don't keep trying to stay awake. And if you're not here, good. That means you're sleeping. Yeah, Anu, I had breakfast, lunch, and dinner today. I did them all. The gnome is very suspicious. Yeah, it's like a power washing sim inside joke. I think there's a achievement you can get if you find all the gnomes. Sometimes they're at obvious places like this. Sometimes they're like behind a mountain. Something ridiculous. What kind of restaurant did you go to, Wandering Forest? Anything special? Also, anybody else who wants to answer, what is your favorite kind of food to go out for? You know, when any of us have money to go out for food. Indian, do you like Chinese food? Americanized Chinese food? Chinese, yeah. Greek, anything? Fair. Dim sum. Ooh, yum. There used to be an Afghani restaurant around the corner from me. That was really interesting. Fondue. Yeah. Sushi is amazing. Potluck. Lasagna salad. Lazy halupchi? You're gonna have to enlighten me, Wonder and Forest. I'm not sure what that last one is. Ooh, Moroccan. That is also delicious. I am definitely a sucker for Indian food. Thank you, darling. Matt just delivered me food. Hubby just delivered food. Oh, lazy cabbage rolls. Hey, Ugglux. Hubby just said he doesn't want to become an internet sensation because I just said his name instead of Hubby. Hubby is good people. Is good people. Married one of the good ones. I found him. Found one. Didn't even have to fix him. Indian is your go-to delivery? Yeah. I love Indian food. However, Indian food does not love me. So if I go out for Indian, it's one of those like, okay, I now need to anticipate not feeling great for a couple days, but so good. What else? I've never done, let's see. Fondue. I've never done fondue in a restaurant. My aunt one year for New Year's did raclette, which is like fancy cheese, and fancy melted cheese, and then you dip all kinds of stuff in it and cook it. Yeah, it is very expensive. You miss Chinese food? Yeah, I can't do Chinese either. Lack of a gallbladder says no fatty or oily foods, so. This is a card from the first game. And doing raclette as your Christmas Eve tradition? That's awesome. Am I saying it right, Anu? Raclette? Or is it raclette? Never remember. And then the emphasis on the wrong syllable. How you doing, Ugglux? How's life? Yeah, that's fair. My aunt lives in Eastern Canada, so maybe it's Eastern. Living, child is asleep. That's a step in the right direction. You have an okay weekend, friend? There is a My favorite place
The
to
North
go for,
American
like...
house hippo is found throughout Canada and the eastern United States.
Thanks, Anya. There is... That's okay. There is a locally owned diner close to us. It became kind of like a tradition if I was going to meet up with my mom for lunch. Somewhere we meet up at this local diner, and we're talking like old ladies that pinch your cheeks kind of diner. And the food is diner food, but it's just solid, good food that always tastes good. Yeah, like a $5 burger diner, but I'd say maybe like an $8 burger diner. Like it's just a step up from your typical like greasy diner food. It's not greasy diner food. Just really like sandwiches and soups and like salads kind of thing. Love that. Yeah, homestyle cooking. That's a good way of putting it. And their desserts. Oh, their desserts are so good. So good. That's fair, actually. That makes sense. Good old diner food. Zach's in Ottawa. No, what I do remember from Ottawa, Toronto area is the Mandarin. But I don't remember Zach's, no. Oh, absolutely, Aria. 100%. That's what this place is too. It's like milkshakes and soup and salad and just really non-complicated, like clubhouse sandwich type thing. Very tasty. And it's always full of like some businessmen on lunch, but mostly it's like the older ladies meeting for lunch and like it's just, yeah, cheap, old school, and the atmosphere is chill, like, can be in there and be her true, authentic ADHD self, and no one is in there glaring at her for making noise. Right? Because the whole place is full of old grandmas that are going, oh, she's so precious. And it's local, right? So we're also supporting local, which I love. Oh, they do. Oh my goodness. Ooh, I didn't tell you this. Yesterday, there is a local brewery sort of near-ish our house, and when hubby and kiddo are having a daddy-daughter day, they go there. And I went with them yesterday for the first time in a long time. And we walk in the door, and I'm not joking, 3 older, grumpy, beer-drinking men had grins on their faces, like ear-to-ear grins, and they're going, we'll use her name, but kiddo! And they're like asking her how school is and how she's gonna have the usual, which they have this like tiny little beer tester glass and they fill it with water for her and they have a bag of chips ready for her. Oh, it's so awesome. I love that. And again, local, right? Basic sandwiches or single cheeseburger. Fair. BLTs, also delicious. Yeah, I love the atmosphere. I love the like small town, your local bartender or coffee shop owner knows who you are type deal. But yeah, and they like they turned up the music so she could dance to it. Awesome. He definitely has won over the hearts of all the grumpy old Alberta men in that little bar. Very cute. Ooh, yeah, or smash burgers, is that the right? Like thin ones? Are we doing lag again? A touch. And also... for some of these a little bit, that might help.
Hi.
Hey, do you want to say goodnight to everybody? Ooh! Cough, cough.
Yeah, you bet.
Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody. I hope you have a great sleep.
My RAM memory usage quickly. How do quickly? Also, Morgan, if you're still here somewhere, I've got a story for you. And if you're not here, all good. Ah, can't jump on those. See blipped? Okay. I did turn down the quality settings just a touch, just because I'm curious if this is like House Flipper. House Flipper uses so much of my computer's resources, it's ridiculous. I would love to do that on stream, but it just is a resource hog. Computer struggles just to play it, never mind stream it. Do I use VSync? I just turned it off for this. It was on. But not normally, no. Ah, got it. Adding a book before kiddo. Ah, yes, cheeseburgers. Very important. What is one controversial thing that you put on your hamburger? Not some weird ones that I've heard of. There's one thing that you love putting on your hamburger that other people might go, if you have one. Barbecue sauce? Yeah, not my favorite. I'm not a barbecue sauce lover. Hot sauce and mayo. Pineapple. Sweet chili sauce. So I have friends in real life and they put peanut butter on their burgers. Every time. Yeah. Not my idea of a good time. Okay, this thing's gotta go. View. Is that an option? Stuck there. Cannot pick it up. Annoying. It's literally miserable. Yeah, I don't know, man. They also, when they make, here's another one, when they make their like egg sandwiches in the morning, they do egg, bacon, butter, peanut butter, and jam. All the same. For me, to eat peanut butter on rice. So there is a very easy recipe out there for something called peanut butter noodles, and you can make it with like Ichiban. That's actually pretty tasty. I've made that before. Yeah, peanut butter and marshmallow fluff on a burger. Weird. Yeah, it is. Well, I can see peanut butter and rice, but I would have to add other things to it. Not just straight up peanut butter. It is. That's kind of what I'm talking about. It's like a peanut butter sauce. I really want to move this thing, but I'm actually not gonna let. It would be kind of annoying. Peanut butter is a sauce. Is it a sauce or a topping? There's my question. Sauces are toppings. I disagree. Sauces are mix-ins. Toppings are mix-ins too. That argument doesn't quite work. But sauces on things? If you melt it, it's a sauce. Yeah, if you can like stir it in. I don't think peanut butter is a sauce. Don't melt teriyaki sauce. Fair. No, but teriyaki sauce is melted. It's that melted consistency. Peanut butter is not. It's too thick. Butter is a condiment. I'll do condiment, but I don't know if I could label it a sauce. Don't know. Peanut butter is already melty, kind of. Blah. This is really going to annoy me if this doesn't move. What the heck? That's that. Depends what the peanut butter is used for. Peanut sauce is a thing, correct. Peanut butter is not. Do you add anything else to it though, Anu, or do you just mix a scoop of peanut butter into your ramen? Sriracha. Okay. So something more liquidy that would turn it into a sauce? Perhaps. Ugh, same. Yeah, see, I think that's my point. Like, if you mix peanut butter with a bunch of stuff, you get peanut butter sauce. And if you were to mix it with the soup ramen, then the water makes it into a sauce. Is it a sauce by itself? I don't know, friend. Oops. I think this song is played over and over several times. The new debate of our time. Can you imagine if that was the only thing we were debating? You're digging in. Yes, dig into the semantics. Loves reading a book about peanut butter history. There you go. Rough Riders won the Grey Cup. Lovely. Is that today? Oh, that's right, because Danielle Smith wanted the pipeline stuff done by the Grey Cup, which was this weekend. Got it. A labor crisis instead of a peanut butter one. Yeah. Spread like cream cheese, which when warmed can melt into a cream cheese sauce. But would you just put cream cheese on noodles and call it a sauce? Oh right, music. That's what I was doing. Let us see what is happening here. Oh, it is repeating the same song. That was nice of me. Ooh, they won in Winnipeg too. Lovely. Let's see. Oh, 100% on you. No, okay. Those are just water sounds. That doesn't help us any. You love that kind of debate? Yeah. And it's... Sorry. It just said, like, cozy camping. I was like, oh, that sounds lovely, but it's literally just water sounds, so that noise. Something is bugged. Yeah, fair area. And why I this lift. Alright, we're gonna eat. That is a very good way to sum up the conversation, Arya. I agree. I feel like this lo-fi is gonna put me to sleep soon. Alright, next question. Food related. Would you rather go out for breakfast, lunch, or dinner? What's your favorite meal? Eat out for, with? Dinner? Diner dinner? Either or. It really is, Anu. No. Breakfast is the best because I'm too lazy to cook in the morning. Fair. Brunch, maybe? Yeah. I love breakfast. I find that by the end of the day, I'm like talked out and peopled out, and I'm like, I don't really have anything to add to this conversation. But I love breakfast. Tis delish. Do you see the kittens up there? Oh, I bet if I would have been able to get back on the lift, I could have did them, but I can't. Oh, maybe. Oh, no, you're good. I just said, what meal would you rather go out for? Now let me go up, 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 so close. This is definitely busted. Oh, that for lunch brunch is yeah. Potluck dinners in people's houses and stuff like that, those are nice. Hope, creativity, and diversity in the world. Absolutely. Also delicious. That is very true. Yeah, I am a big fan of... You guys have Cora's where you live? I want to say it's a restaurant that started in Quebec, but I could be so wrong on that. They have an Eggs Benedict that is the greatest thing. Oops. Yeah, you have Cora's. Yeah. I'm sure you could get them in other places, but they have a smoked salmon Eggs Benedict. That is my most favorite thing ever. Yeah, I do too. I'd much rather go, again, to that small diner I was talking about earlier. They also do breakfast. But I do love a smoked salmon Benny, which is my favorite. Since Sibling is not going to be visiting me anytime soon, I may have to go and crash. Oh, definitely don't. I may have to go crash Sisters at some point and then come visit. I did not understand that flour is wheat. That's very disappointing. I personally have not had issues with allergies there, but I 100% believe you. It depends a lot on the particular restaurant, I think, too. Like, it's so hard to get. Smothered pierogies breakfast. Bacon, eggs Benny. Interesting. Specialty waffle places? Yeah, we have one that just opened. I think it's just a waffle. Close to where we are. And, yeah, I'm excited to try it. Breakfast taters, hey? We'll mash them, stick them in a breakfast. Just want to clean it. It's not gonna look. And red taters with breakfast. I'm not a huge breakfast potato fan. Oops. Uppity up. Yeah, the expense is definitely potato fan. Of all the root vegetables, they're not my favorite, but there are ways to make them that are delightful. Yeah, there's not a lot of, like, there's a lot of coffee shops and stuff, because where I live, it's either old people or college people. That's kind of the demographic, like the entire demographic. So we have quite a few like little coffee shops and stuff here, but not a ton in the way of like dedicated breakfast. Blah. Puppies. Puppies. Scones with scrambled eggs. Delicious. Good scone recipe. I don't have one, and I do enjoy them. I'm gonna have to get back on the ladder for that, I think. Oatmeal every day, also solid. I really want to get back up on there. Oh, oh, oh. Come on. Yay, there we go. Oh, good. Yeah, look at the get the one back. Get that one. That one. This whole thing is kind of glitchy. I don't Raise it. There we go. Stuck. Yours are being gremlins. Excellent. I really not sweet. Mom's dogs are napping. Nice. Don't fall off. They're doing all right though. I have clearly. Wonder if it's underneath here. That will be very annoying if it is. Oh, hey, we got it. All right. Big stretches. Yeah, I'm glad it was minor. That's always a little bit nerve-wracking. Right. Wonderful friends. I think that is going to be it for the evening. Thank y'all for a chill night. That was nice. Hang out and chat for a bit. I appreciate all of you that are still here. Yeah, of course. Let me check here. Which one of the friendos is still alive? Yeah, it was nice and chill. Time as we need. Let me. Person that I want to read you to is just barely starting their stream. So, thanks, Erasable Atlantic. I'm going to figure out how to close this down first. I can get this in the right way. Very nice and chill. Sometimes you just need those chill nights to just hang out and do nothing. Alright, if y'all want to copy that, then we can post it in the chat. We're gonna go visit my friend Fox. He is playing one of the games that I talked about by the same company. So let's go say hello And yeah, have a great rest of your Sunday evening. I will likely be streaming tomorrow. It depends on how on top of research I get tonight and how much napping I feel the need to do. But thank you for being here. Take care, everybody. Much love. Good night.